Hey, shalom, shalom. Give me 1 second. Hey, before I get started, I want to put glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto my apostles and others agreement. But as you can see from the title, America has to implement austere measurements to survive. And even then, it's not going to work. America is in a really bad place, if you're being honest. America has forced its hand, and a lot of these countries have been breaking away and looking for ways to break off, and you can see it's happening. So when you go back and you look back into history, like World War I, World War II, the level of austere measurements that America took to be able to hold on, rationing out how much fuel you could buy per week, certain addresses and certain names of people. If your last name ended on with this A, B, C, or D, you come on these days and get you but 5 gallons of gas or some shit like that. They rationed heavily in that time, and they're going to do that again. You would be silly to think that they're not going to bring about harsh measurements, because austere literally means serious. Making hard, serious decisions, cutting this, cutting that. That's what's coming. This place is running out of funds, money. That's why you got Trump in office, and what is he doing? He's cutting a lot of these programs. He's cutting education, Department of Education. He's cutting these different things because he's like, man, listen, man. America's not in that time. It's not in a peace time. The last several, presidential, terms, have tried to do it, have done a great job of hiding America's position from the average American. The average American still don't really have a clue about what the hell is really going on. The average American has been taught and told that, hey, America is great, the strongest nation. This place is too great to fall, etc., etc. And people have been buying into that indoctrination for decades at this point. Everybody has an issue with the boomers, but the boomers are the creation of America's success. That's why they believe in America the way they do. They're literally born out of coming back and winning wars. The baby boomers, soldiers, and coming back and procreating. The creation of suburbs was created in the success of war, going back to World War I and World War II. What are you saying? You're the reason why my therapist is rich. Hey, well, again, even with that comment, we're living in crazy times. There's nothing normal about the times that we're living in. Everything is out of whack. Nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing makes sense anymore. Eating fast food is cheaper than making food for yourself. That doesn't make sense. That's not something that should just be looked at like, oh, whatever. No, this is how out of whack this place is. So again, America has no choice. Back to the original subject matter. America has no choice but to implement austere measures with America. It's about to get real tight. All right? See, another thing that China's doing beyond these tariffs is they're selling their bonds. All right. And if you're old enough, and you've taken certain levels of economics, they'll tell you that during the time of an economic downturn, one of the safest things you could put your money into as far as investments is in bonds, because bonds are just basically American debt that they allegedly have to honor. But see, all of this is isolating America. America is being isolated. America is being forsaken. America is being forsaken right in the front of everybody's eyes, but a lot of people's pride and arrogance and ignorance of America won't allow them to accept the inevitable. All right? America is really in bad case, man. All right? Yeah, 444. America's not. You gotta just look at your day. Look at these cities. You know, that's why again you're gonna start seeing these. They're gonna start having to figure out. That's the next move, and you know it is really exterminating the people. They got to get rid of these people. It's too many people for them to control. It's too many people for them to even have to worry about trying to keep you at peace and a simplistic mind frame with food and entertainment. It's too much. They're going to have to, because they're losing control of the narrative. China just today, or in the last several hours, is now showing people the fashion industry where you could buy this, that, and the third from the China manufacturers. Again, proving how majority of the stuff here in America comes from China. All these high-end Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada bags, and all that shit, all that's 80% of it is made in China. All they do is like the beef. They ship it back to France or Italy or wherever it's going, and then all they do is put their made in France label on it. And now they're going to charge you $3,000 for a handbag when it only costs them $100 to make. This is what's happening. And China is exposing that. Like, oh, you want to have tariffs? Oh, okay. All right, well, fine. Here's your tariffs. And a matter of fact, you people, you could buy this for 3,000% off. America is going to have to bring strong measurements against its own people to put people back in line. People are way out of line when it comes to their approach towards America. And Trump's the man. Trump's not going for it. I saw a post of Trump is in the process of creating an anti-Christian group or anti-Christian, government. I don't even know what you want to call it, but a group where basically you're not going to be able to just be talking shit about Christianity. See, Trump is an old. You got to understand, Trump is what, an 80-year-old American man. He's trying to bring back them glory days in his mind. And to do so, if he has to, if some heads gotta roll, he don't mind. He don't mind. So again, keep playing. Remember when he was in office the last time? I'm gonna close up here in a second. The last time he was in office, he said, "Let's enjoy this quiet before the storm." That's what he said. And everybody was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Let's just eat this McDonald's. And it's enjoy this quiet before the storm, man." And that's what happened. And here we are. And that storm may be about to happen. Because see, Trump started a lot of his tariffs that he's pushing right now in his last term. He's just continuing his own work. That's all he's doing. So again, I'm about to close up here. I just wanted to speak on the fact of Hey, really in the spirit, America's going to really have to, you know, bring them draconian laws. You know, bring a level of tightening the screws and the bolts on people. You know, and a lot of that's going to come by the food. He who controls the food controls the people. So the people are about to be controlled by the food. You about to see, man, they about to ration out this food in a way, because food is about to get outrageously expensive, man. You about to learn how much of your food comes from outside this country. That's why I said you should be sitting back. If people were really smart, you'd be taking a chance and trying to buy up as much of the stuff as you can right now before the price does go up. But again, that's why America has really kept people in a financial straits in such a way where you don't have the extra $400 or $500 to just go out here and make a purchase like that. Go buy a bunch of food or supplies and shit for the next several weeks or months before, you know, to give yourself a little grace period to take this hit. They know that. America knows that. The elite know that. That's why the pandemic was a pivotal time. All that buying extra shit is out the window. They know that. So they know that if they put a squeeze on the people will submit. They're going to squeeze these people, us soon. These people, us. They're going to put a squeeze on us. All right? Hey, so man, with that, you know, I'm going to go ahead and close this up. I'm going to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakurash. Double honors into my apostle, now is a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim, that's how I pushing his word of truth and all sincerity. Shalom.